Mr. Charles Bronkhart owns one of the finest cocks in Belgium. Bartholomew is a local champion, and like all the best cocks around here, he's up bright and early every Sunday morning, so first he must put them in one of these special little boxes. It's not an easy job when a cock has a mind of his own. What do you like about cock?
Oh, because it's a pleasure. It is a plaisir sain. How do you translate it? It's a healthy pleasure for men, you understand?
Over the past 50 years, Amay has become the most important centre for cocks in Belgium. It's estimated that the cock population at present stands at over 300. In Amay, people regard their cocks with the same affection as millions fancy pigeons in Britain. There's a cock at the bottom of nearly every garden. Every Sunday morning, the men of the town carry their cocks to this cafe for the main social event of the week. Inside, it's revealed that the Amayan's interest in cocks revolves around another local obsession, gambling. This is the start of the weekly Amay Cock Contest, a competition which hasn't yet caught on outside Belgium, but which is run here with the full approval of the government. It receives an 8% gambling tax from each bet taken by the Amay Cock Committee, the sport's ruling body. A jackpot prize of up to £100 will go to the cock which more times than any other. Just before 9 o'clock, the 100 cocks competing today are carried to the stands behind the cafe. They were built at the town's expense and probably offer the best facilities in Belgium. At exactly 3 minutes to 9, the president of the Amay Cock Committee gives a sharp toot on his horn. The owners now have 3 minutes to take their cocks out and put them in the stands. At 9 on the dot, the president toots again. The contest is underway. It must be admitted that cock is not really a spectator sport. Through years of match play experience, owners have discovered that cocks won't in front of a crowd. So spectators must stand behind a huge fence and watch the cocks through eye holes. Talking is strictly forbidden, for the cocks find noise distracting too. In front of each competing cock sits a referee who marks down each on a scorecard. The referees are hidden behind barriers cunningly erected so that they can observe the cocks, but the cocks cannot see them. Today, alas, the number of competing cocks in Belgium is decreasing. But they still remember the golden years about 10 years ago. They remember the award-winning competitive cock from Britain, which carried away all the prizes with 150. Today, these cocks would be expected to about 50 times during the course of one competition. Halfway through the one-hour contest, it's becoming clear that Bartholomew, today in box 50, is leading by a short head from Albert, a game little cock owned by the only lady present, who's now anxiously wondering if Albert can pull off a surprise victory. At this stage, owners can change their bets, and quite a few plug for cocks with less to their credit, for often the early leaders run short of puff in the second half and are out in the last few minutes. As the stopwatches register that the contest has seconds to go, it's now a photo finish between a rank outsider in box 57 and Bartholomew, now desperately tired after nearly 50 to his credit. Somehow, the favourite manages to find a couple of final held in reserve. When the president ends the contest, Bartholomew has won by an inch. For the losers, it is time for recrimination and perhaps a reassessment about a cock's entire future in the sport. A cock's professional career starts when he's a 2-year-old like Albert. He'll reach his peak form next year and compete regularly until his days are over, perhaps in 10 years' time. You're the only woman here today. Is it very unusual for a woman to...
Oh, yes.
What is it that you like about the cocks?
The regularity of a cock. I like it.
How do you mean, the regularity?
For instance, a cock which regularly the same after the first quarter of hour, after the first half time, after the the 3 quarters, you understand?
Yeah.
Evidently, that's always the result who tells. That's always the result, which is important. And if your cock didn't regularly but reaches the required limit as nearly as possible, you are well placed to get a beautiful prize, you understand?
The morning ends back in the cafe for the payout when winning owners like Mr. Bronkhart and punters who bet on Bartholomew collect their prize money. Outside, less successful cocks like this one in disgrace for managing only 2 an hour are sold off at a traditional cock lottery. The man who draws a winning card gets the cock. Its owner gets the losing bets. Meanwhile, Mr. Bronkhart has one last ritual to perform. He's presented with a paper flower for his wife, as in cock circles, a flower is a symbol of victory.